Dear students, hope you are fine. Today I shall discuss chapter number 10. The name of the chapter is Verbs Expressing the Present, which you can see is written on the board. Today I shall discuss how to use different verbs in present tense. I shall also discuss how to change sentences of present tense from affirmative to negative and interrogative sentences. So what is verb? The first question is, what is verb? V-E-R-B, verb. The word which denotes an action. The word which denotes an action is called verb. Action words are called verb. Now, what is meant by expressing the present? The verb which I shall discuss will express present situation or present tense. Will express present situation or present tense. We know that present tense, it is of four types. It is of four types. P-R-E-S-E, present tense, T-E-N-S-E, present tense. It is of four types. Simple, continuous, continue or US, continuous, perfect, P-E-R-F-A-C-T, perfect, perfect continuous, P-E-R-F-E-C-T, perfect, continue us. Simple, continuous, that is, it is of four types: simple present, present continuous, perfect continuous, perfect tense and perfect continuous tense. That is simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Let me start with present tense. Let me start with simple present. Now, first of all, we have to know when simple present tense is used. If you look at your book, then you will find that new book, page number 70. New book, page number 70. Then you will see that we have to. That means generally we use present tense for habitual action or universal habitual action and universal truth. Universal truth, the truth which cannot be changed, and habitual action, that means the action which we do regularly on regular basis. Understood or not? So you have to use simple present there. Generally they are used with habitual action and universal truth. Now what is the formation of simple present? Formation of simple present: subject plus verb 1 plus object or complement. Subject plus verb 1, object or complement. Now if I write a sentence, any subject you want to write, you can write. Here I am writing I. Here I am writing I. Then the next step is to write a verb. And we know that verb has three forms: and we have to in simple, that means simple present, we have to use the first form of the verb. So if I write eat, we know that eat is first form, because the second form is ate and then third form is eaten. So I eat, object and object, then after verb 1, what we have to write? We have to write an object or complement. Here I am writing I eat rice. I eat rice. It is the object here. The most important part is this one, that is subject plus verb 1. I ate rice. In some sentences, what you will see? You will see that there is no direct verb. There is no direct verb. In place of direct verb, we get be verb, that is verb be, that is verb B-E-R-B, verb B-E, or verb B-E-R-B, verb have, and we know that verb be and verb have, they are part of auxiliary verb. They are part of auxiliary verb. Okay. Now you will get, that means in some sentences you will get what? In place of direct verb. Direct verb means eat, fight, then sleep, then dance, sing. These things, these words like this are direct verb. And if we get verb be or verb have, verb be is am, is, are, and verb have or has, verb have, has, H-A-S, has, these are actually auxiliary verb. So we will get in simple present in place of direct verb. Sometime in some sentences we will get have or am, is, are. Now these verbs are used as an ordinary verb. They are used as an ordinary verb to show existence. Verb be is used in place of, that is, sometimes it is used to show existence. In place of main verb you will see am, is, are is there, am or are or is am, that means one you will get, either you will get am or is or are. So you will get, so these verbs are used as an ordinary verb to show existence, Have or has is also used as an ordinary verb to show possession, Understood or not? Now, why verb be? That means another function of verb be is that means verb be and verb have or has is to, that means it is also used to form other tenses. For example, I am a boy. I am a boy. Or he is a teacher. Teacher. He is a teacher. Now here you can see there is no main verb, there is no direct verb. In place of direct verb, what we can see? We can see that am, that is verb be. We know that am, is, are. In present tense, am, is, are verb be. Verb be. B-E-R-B, verb be. They are verb be. So I am a boy. Here I am a boy, that means it is showing what? Am is showing existence. It is showing existence. And he is a teacher. This is also showing what? Existence. Now verb be and verb have, verb be and verb be, verb be and verb have or has is used in present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous tense to form tenses. For example, For example, so verb be and verb have or has is used in present indefinite or simple present to show existence, are used as an ordinary verb to show existence or possession. But verb be and verb have or has are used in present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous tense to show tenses or to form tenses. For example, he is singing a song. He is sing S-I-N-G singing a song. He is singing. So what I told you that in present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous tense, that is verb be and verb have or has are used to show tenses or to form tenses. Now here the verb is playing. It is playing. Here verb be is being used. Here verb be is being used as auxiliary verb to form tenses. Why it is used? It is used here as auxiliary verb to form tenses. Remember this, to form tenses. Don't think that, sir, you don't say like this, that, sir, you are saying that M is RR. Yes, it is verb, but they are part of auxiliary verb. They are parts of auxiliary verb. Remember this. Now I shall discuss how to transform present indefinite into negative, interrogative and interrogative negative. For example, I go to school. S-C-H-O-O-L. I go to school. And we know the formation. The formation of present indefinite is subject plus verb 1 plus object or complement. Object or complement. I is the subject. Go is verb 1. It is the first form of verb. Then to school. Here it is complement. So I go to school. How to transform this to negative, interrogative and interrogative negative. Now remember that in present indefinite, while in present indefinite, what we do while making that means while transforming affirmative sentence to negative, what we do? We add, that means after subject we have to add what? I, that means don't. I will explain it to you. I don't go to school. S-C-H-O-O-L. I don't go to school. Now we cannot write I go not to school. I go not to school. It is like this. Always remember that if it is present indefinite and we want to transform, that means affirmative sentence, that is present indefinite affirmative sentence, to negative, interrogative and interrogative negative, then what interrogative negative, then what we have to do? We have to that means with the help of don't and doesn't, D-O-E-S and doesn't, we have to transform into negative. Remember this. Now where to use does and where to use don't. Now always remember that with third person singular we have to use does. With third person I have already explained it to you. So with a third person singular we have to use doesn't, and with first person, second person and third person plural we have to use what? Don't. We have to use don't. So this is affirmative, present indefinite affirmative, and this is present indefinite negative. This is negative. Now how to that means how to transform it, that means affirmative into interrogative. Now what we will do, that means do I go to school? Do I go to SCHOOL? Do I go to school? Question mark will be there since it is interrogative. Do I go to school? What we will do? We will take the do before the subject. We will take do before the subject, and then it will become what? It will become interrogative. We cannot use NOT. This is the contracted form. We cannot use NOT because this is only we have to change this to interrogative. Change this affirmative sentence into interrogative. If we want to change it to interrogative negative, then what we can do, that means we can use not, otherwise we are not to use, with interrogative we are not to use not. So how we have to change? It will become don't, D-O-N-T, don't I go to school. Don't I go to school. Another way is there, you can write like this: do I not go to school? 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 Like this also you can write. Do I not go to school? SCHOOL. Remember this. Now let me another example. Let me write where verb, that means verb is that means S or ES containing verb. With the help of how to transform an affirmative sentence into negative interrogative and interrogative negative if the verb contains S or ES. Now he writes a letter. He writes a letter. L-E-T-T-E-R, letter. We know that where to use S or ES. If the subject is third person singular, then we have to write S or ES. We have to use S or ES. If the subject is third person singular, then we have to write S or ES. Now how to change it to negative? As I said you earlier, if it is present indefinite, then with the help of don't or doesn't. So it will be he, D-O-E-S-N-T, he doesn't write a letter. L-E-T-T-E-R, he doesn't write a letter. He doesn't write a letter. So with the help of what we have done, with the help of does, we have changed this, we have transformed this affirmative sentence into negative. Now if we want to change it to this sentence into interrogative, then how we have to change? As I said you earlier, that DOES, does he write a letter? W-R-I-T-E, does he write a letter? L-E-T-T-E-R, does he write a letter? Does he write a letter? Does he write a letter? Now always remember that if the subject is first person, second person or third person plural, then we have to use do. We have to use do. If it is third person singular, we have to use does. And remember that in interrogative and interrogative negative, since interrogative is question, where it asks questions, that means we have to put question mark at the end. Remember that. In the last example, which I gave, maybe I have not, maybe I did not put question mark in interrogative negative. If I have not, if I did not put that one question mark, then please you put in your copy. So does he write a letter? Now how we can change it to interrogative negative? Interrogative negative, we can change it like this: DOESNT, doesn't he write a letter? WRITE, write a letter. LETTER, letter. Now one thing you should remember is that if we find in a sentence does, then never write ES or ES with the verb. Here you can see S is there. We know that with third person singular we have to use S or ES, but if we write does in the sentence, then we are not to write, or we are not to put S or ES with the verb. Remember this. This is the point which should be noted by you. That means we are not to write S or ES with the verb if does is there in the sentence. So doesn't he write a letter? Another way is there, does he not write a letter? Does he not write a letter? Does he not write a letter? Now if the sentence does not contain any direct verb, then how we can change it to how we can change the affirmative sentence into negative, interrogative, and interrogative negative. For example, he is a boy. For example, he is a boy. He is a boy. He is a boy. Then it is very simple. We have to change it like this to negative. He is not a boy. After the verb, that is verb B or auxiliary verb B, what we have to use, or auxiliary verb we have to put not. He is not a boy. He is not a boy. He is not a boy. Then how to change this affirmative into interrogative? Very easy. We will take this auxiliary verb at the beginning. Is he a boy? Is he a boy? Remember this, and question mark at the end. Is he a boy? He is. After the auxiliary verb we have to put not. Then while transforming it into interrogative, then what we have to do? We have to take, that means take this auxiliary verb at the beginning, then it will become what? Interrogative. And don't forget to put question mark at the end. Now interrogative negative, how we can transform it into this sentence into interrogative negative? With isn't, we can write like this: isn't he a boy? Isn't he a boy? Like this we can write. In another way also we can write isn't. After is we can write the, in short form we can write, that is contracted form, we can write isn't he a boy, or you can also write is he not a boy? Is he not a boy? Then question mark at the end. So like this we have to transform. Now if in place of direct verb we get have, we get like, for example, I have a car. For example, I have a car. Then how we have to change? How we have to change? I have a car. I have a, then how we have to change? If the sentence does not contain any direct verb, that is, if it has verb have, then how we have to change affirmative sentences into negative, interrogative, and negative interrogative. So how we have to change? That means here we will write like this: I have no car. I have no car. I have no car. We cannot write I have not car. We cannot write. Meaning is not coming. So remember this. I have no car. Or you can write I haven't, HAVE, I haven't any car. You can write also like this, any car. I haven't any car. I haven't any car. You can also write like this, I don't have any car. I don't have any car. You can also write like this, I don't have any car. Three ways are there to make this affirmative, to transform this affirmative into negative. I have no car. Like this also you can write, I haven't any car. I don't have any car. Like this also you can write. Now if we want to change, if we want to transform this affirmative sentence into interrogative, then how we have to change? Like this we can change, have I any car? Have I any car? And at the end, since it is interrogative, at the end we have to put a question mark. Have I any car? Or you can also write, do I have any car? Do I have any car? Have I any car? Do I have any car? Do I have any car? Like this also you can write, do I have any car? Then if we want to change it, change this to interrogative negative, then how we have to change? Then very easy. Don't I have any car? Don't I have any car? CAR. Don't I have any car? Don't I have any car? Remember, don't I have any car? Like this also you can write. Okay. Now I hope you have understood this. How to transform present indefinite affirmative sentence into negative, interrogative, and interrogative negative. And if we don't find direct verb in the sentence, if we find verb be and verb have or has, then how we have to change, how we have to transform it to the sentences which we will find having verb VE or verb have. How we have to change? I have discussed this. So now the next is present continuous. The next is present continuous. You will see the video, I know. You will see the video. Go along with this, go through the book. The concept will become more clear to you. Understood or not? While looking at the video, keep your book in front of you and then watch the video. Understood or not? So now how present continuous tense. Present continuous tense. And present continuous tense, we know that the action which is going on right now, it is present continuous. It is present continuous tense. For example, I am teaching you. I am teaching you, or I am discussing chapter number 10. I am discussing chapter number 10. The action is going on, so it is present continuous. What is the formation of present continuous? Now this is simple is finished. Now continuous, present continuous. And the formation is very easy. Subject plus am, is, are plus verb 1 plus ing plus object or complement. Very simple. Formation is very simple. So here you can see in the formation, let me write the sentence, then it will be very easy. She is eating a mango. She is eating a mango. EATING. She is eating a mango. 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 She is eating a mango. Now if you look at the formation, subject, so here she is our subject, he is our, if we know the formation we can if we know the formation we can create thousand thousand of sentences, uncountable sentences we can create. Then M is R. According to this subject, we have to write the auxiliary verb M is R. They are also verb VE, and as I said you earlier, they are used to show tense. They are used to show tense. They are used in present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous to show tense or to form tense. Now, is she is eating a mango. If the subject is third person singular, then we have to write is. Very simple. Third person singular, then we have to use is. If I, for example, I am eating a mango. If the subject is I, then we have to write we have to, that means M, we have to write M. I am eating. M is used only with I. R with plural, that means first person, we are, that means with plurals. With plural, that means third person plural, and then with second person what we use? With second person we use R. Remember this, I with, that means M with first, that means M only we have to use with I, which is first person singular, and then is with third person singular. So here she is third person singular, that is why I have written M, that is why I have written is. So she is eating. Then verb, eat is the verb, that is first form of the verb, eat, ate, eaten. After eat we have to put ing. I have already with verb, that is verb should be like this: eating, sitting, playing, singing, reading, writing, destroying, fighting, this thing. Eating a mango. A mango is here object or complement. So the most important part is this one, up to this ing. She is eating. She is eating. Now, how we have to change a sentence of present continuous? How we have to transform a sentence of present continuous to present continuous negative, present continuous interrogative, and present continuous interrogative negative. Now, she is eating a mango. Now we will transform it to negative. She is eating a mango. It's very easy. She is, after the auxiliary verb and before the verb we have to write not. She is not eating a mango. She is not eating a mango. M-A-N-G-O, mango. She is not eating a mango. Now, how to change this affirmative into interrogative? Very simple. We will take the auxiliary verb at the beginning. We will take the auxiliary verb at the beginning. It will become like this. Is she eating a mango? E-A-T-I-N-G, eating a mango. M-A-N-G-O. Is she eating a mango? Then if it is interrogative, then we have to use what? Question mark at the end. Is she eating a mango? Is she eating a mango? Now if we want if we want to change this to interrogative negative, then how we can change? Is she not eating a mango? Is she not eating a mango? Like this. We will take the is at the auxiliary verb at the beginning. Is she not eating? E-A-T-I-N-G. Is she not eating a mango? M-A-N-G-O, mango. Very simple. And, for example, if I talk about another sentence, I am reading a book. I am reading a book. It will become I am not reading a book. I am not reading a book. I am not reading a book. Negative. If we want to change this sentence into interrogative, am I not reading a book? Am I not reading a book? Sorry, am I reading a book? The sentence is I am reading a book. If we want to change it to negative, it will become I am not reading a book. If we want to transform it to interrogative, it will become am I reading a book? Am I reading a book? Am I reading a book? And then if we want to change it to interrogative, negative, then what will become? Am I not reading a book? Then at the end, question mark. Am I not reading a book? Am I not reading a book? Now the next one is present perfect. Next one is present perfect. Present perfect is generally the action which has been recently completed, but the effect is still there. But the effect is still there. The work just completed. If I tell you like this, that the work which has been completed, it is, but it will become past. But it will become past, and its action will disappear. But the work which has just been completed recently, its effect is still there. It is present perfect. It is present perfect. Now the formation of present perfect is subject plus have or has plus third form of the verb plus object or complement, plus object or complement. Let me write a sentence with the help of the subject, any subject, maybe Ram, or okay, I have, or Ram, or we can also write they. Then with the help that is according to the subject, then what we have to write? We have to, according to the subject, what we have to, that means we have to put have or has. We know that we have to use has only with third person singular. He, she, Ram, Sham, pen if it is singular, pen. So with third person singular, what we have to write? Has. Otherwise with rest others we have to use have. It is not third person singular, so we have to write have. They have. Now third form of the verb. So if I write done, D-O-N-E, they have done the work. Now done is the third form of the verb do. Of the verb do. They have done the work. Subject, have or has according to the subject. Then verb 3, we know that done is the third form of the verb do, object or complement. Here the work is the complement. Now if we want to change, this into, for example, he has done the work. He has done the work. Now if we want to, that means if then how we can transform this present perfect affirmative to negative interrogative and interrogative negative? Very easy. What we will do, we will write he has. After has we have to put not. If we put not, then it will be he has not done the work. He has not done the work. He has not done the work. So you have to put not between auxiliary verb has and the main verb done, and the main verb done. So he has not done the work. He has not done the work. Now if we want to change this he has done the work to interrogative, then how we can change? How we have to change? What we will do, we will bring the auxiliary verb at the beginning. It will become what? Interrogative. It will become interrogative. Has he done the work? Has he done the work? Has he done the work? Very simple. Just what I have done in to transform it to negative, what I did, I have put one not in between auxiliary verb has and the main verb done. It became what? Negative. And how it became interrogative? Just what I have done, I have brought this has at the beginning, this auxiliary verb at the beginning, it became interrogative. Now if we want to change, if we want to transform this affirmative sentence into interrogative negative, then how we have to transform or how we have to change? Very simple. This one has, will bring the has at the beginning. Has he not done the work? 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 So like this you have to do. Has he not done the work? Then for in case of interrogative and interrogative negative, remember that we have to put question mark at the end. Has he not done the work? Very simple. Go through the book. You will understand. If you don't understand, then you can call me at night. Then the next is, you can call me at night, but you have to see the book also. Now the next is present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Discuss simple present, present continuous, present perfect. Now present perfect continuous tense. Present, present, present perfect continuous, continuous, continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Now what is the formation of present perfect continuous tense? Now another example, let me, otherwise you might get confused. From present perfect, from present perfect, I have eaten, eaten rice. It is an example of present perfect. I have eaten rice. I have eaten rice. I have eaten rice. Then how we can change it to negative? Negative. I have not eaten rice. I have not eaten rice. R-I-C rice. What I have done, I have put not between the auxiliary verb have and the third verb, that is main verb eaten. Main verb, third form of the verb eaten. What I have done, I have put not, so it became negative. Now if we want to change it to interrogative, this one to interrogative, then how we can change? Have I eaten rice? Have I, will bring the auxiliary verb at the beginning. Have I eaten, E-A-T-E-N, have I eaten rice? R-I-C rice. Then at the end question mark if it is interrogative. Then if we want to change this one to interrogative negative, then how we can change? Then how we have to change? Just we can change like this. Have, H-A-V-E, have I not eaten, E-A-T-E-N, eaten rice, R-I-C-E rice. Just this is negative sentence. I have not eaten. What I have done? What I have done here, I have brought this auxiliary verb have at the beginning and change it to interrogative negative. Have I not eaten rice? Now present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense is that means the action which started in the past and still it is going on, and still it is going on, and still it is going on. What is the formation? Subject plus have, has plus been plus verb 1 plus ing plus object or complement. Object or complement. The formation is subject plus have or has plus been plus verb 1 plus ing plus object or complement. For example, if we want to, with the help of this subject, if we want, let me write this there. For example, there. Then if, as I said to you earlier, if it is third person singular, then only we have to use has, otherwise have. So it is not third person singular. They have. Then after have we have to write been. They have been reading, 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 since morning, since morning, morning, since morning. They have been reading since morning. They have been reading since morning. They have been reading since morning. So there is the subject. Then according to the subject, we have to write have or has. Since it is not third person singular, so I have written have. Then we have to write been. Then we have to write a verb with ing. Read is the read is verb, and I have added ing. Then since morning is object or complement. That means the action began in the past, and still it is going on, and still it is going on, and still it is going on. So how we can change this present perfect continuous tense affirmative, that is affirmative of present perfect continuous tense, to negative, interrogative, and interrogative negative? Very simple. They have, HABE, they have. Then between this have and been we have to use what? Not. They have not been reading since morning. Reading. They have not been reading, RE. They have not been reading, READING. They have not been reading since morning, SINC, since morning, MORNING, since morning, since morning. They have not been reading since morning. They have not been reading since morning. So what we have to do? We have to put not between have and been. Not between have and been. If it is present perfect continuous tense, then it will become negative. Then how we can change to? How we have to change to interrogative? Very simple. We will bring the have at the beginning. We will bring the have at the beginning. Have they been reading, READING, reading? Have they been reading since, SINCE, since morning, 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 since morning, question mark at the end if it is interrogative. So what I have done to change the affirmative sentence into, to transform the affirmative sentence into interrogative, what I have done, I have brought the auxiliary verb have at the beginning. Have at the beginning. Rest part is same. Have they been reading since morning? Have they been reading since morning? Understood or not? Have they been reading since morning? Then question mark at the end. Now how to change it to? How to change the affirmative sentence into interrogative negative? Very simple. It will become like this. Have they not been reading? Have they not been reading, READING, reading? Since morning, SINCE, since morning, MORNING, morning. Then question mark, put a question mark at the end. Now what I have done here, have they, between this subject and been, what I have done, I have added not. Have they not been reading since? Have they not been reading since morning? Have they not been reading since morning? Then question mark at the end. Remember this. They have been reading. They have been reading since morning. This is affirmative. They have not been reading. What I have done? I have put not between have, auxiliary verb have and been, not been reading. Then how I have changed it to interrogative? Just I have brought the auxiliary verb have at the beginning. Have they been reading since morning? Now there what I have done, if you see the negative sentence of this, then you can see they have what? They have not been reading. They have not been reading. HAVE. They have not been reading. If you see they have not been reading. So what I have done? While changing it to interrogative negative, what I have done? I have brought the have at the beginning. Have they not been reading since morning? Very easy. So what you will do? You should go through the video nicely, and then you have to see the book also. You have to take the help of book also, and I am there for you. If you find any problem, if you have any doubt, you can call me at night. This is the end of this chapter.